always appreciate the Commissioner, Gary Bettman, joining us.
Good to be with you.
And just a bit behind the camera, whenever we talk to Gary, before we come on the air live or a text, we say, hey, we'll talk about whatever you want to ask me. Whatever you want to ask me, so we appreciate that.
So it's on you.
Yes, and here we go. So, Gary, understanding that you and the league root for all 32 teams evenly, what is the significance of having our perceived the best player in the world, Connor McDavid, finally here in the Cup Final?
It's interesting that you describe it like that. Your perceived best player in the world. And assuming for what we're going to discuss he is, it shows you that this is really a team sport. And because it's taken almost a decade for him to get here. I think it's great for him. I think it's great for the Oilers and Oiler fans.
Yeah.
And the fact that his incredible skill is going to be shown to more people than probably ever before is going to be good for the game.
And how about the Canada aspect of it? To me, it's one of the great parts of our game, international flavor, North America. The fact that a Canadian team has not won it in 31 years, what would that mean?
Well, I tend to view it more that we're a 32-team league and we happen to be in two countries. I don't view it as Canadian teams and U.S. teams. But having said that, the passion for the game in Canada is unbelievable. When people think of the NFL in the U.S., we're the equivalent in Canada. And the level of interest and excitement, but it's throughout North America. We're coming off record attendance, almost 23 million people this year. Our television ratings.
Record ratings,
across the board are up incredibly. The game's in a really good place because, like Connor McDavid and the other great stars, what's really important is what takes place on the ice. You can market, you can promote all you want, but it's about the game, and there's nothing comparable to the speed and skill of our players and the competitiveness and entertainment of our game.
Let's step outside. I mentioned international. I get it, it's North America, but let's really
it's
talk.
100 degrees outside.
It's nice and cool inside, though, right?
They do a great job.
Nice here. The Four Nations face-off. I know you got into that a little bit today. Can you give us maybe some headlines there?
February 12th through 20th. Some games in Montreal, some games in Boston. Two great original six cities that will serve as terrific hosts. And it's the appetizer, if you will, to a more robust international schedule. Olympics, World Cups on a regular rotating basis. We have the most international fan base of the four major North American sports leagues. Third of our players, some of the best players in the world, come from outside of North America. This is an opportunity for them to show off the pride for their countries and get their fans from those countries involved at the NHL level as well.
So, based on that, you said February, right? We'll play it in February.
12th through 20th.
Okay, so then fans are like, wait a second, are we going to be into July playing the Stanley Cup next year? How does that impact the schedule?
The schedule is, we have a certain number of games we have to play within a fixed amount of time. We have more extensive travel because of 7 of the 32 teams in Canada, and we do the best we can with the schedule. To finish earlier, we have to start early, and then people would be complaining about starting in September. So,
you can't win.
We can, because the game is great.
Okay. Speaking of this great game, is there one change you would look forward to next season? Are we tweaking anything, Gary?
We may tweak. We're talking only about tweaks. Maybe a tad more on some aspect of video replay on puck over the glass. But fundamentally, the game's in a great place, and there's no dispute in any quarter, whether it's the players, the officials, the fans, the media, that the game maybe has never been better.
All right, last swing on the way out here, guy. I thought about this today. Do you know a year from now, we could be in Utah for the Stanley Cup Final?
Unbelievable.
Right? I mean, that went quickly. You guys got that done?
Utah's doing great. Ryan Smith and his organization have embraced, as has Utah, hockey unbelievably. The reception has been great. They had over 30,000 deposits for season tickets. The number of things that they were willing to do and had to accomplish in a short time frame. They're drinking through a fire hose, and the reception has been great. Utah's known for winter sports. We belong there, and it's going to be great.
But things move so quickly, right? Maybe 5 years ago, you could never think the Stanley Cup could be in Utah, and it could happen next season. Gary, thanks as always.
Great to be with you, and enjoy the Stanley Cup Final.
Yeah.